What is up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. If you happen to watch my videos regularly, which I don't have a lot of followers, so I doubt a lot of you do, but if you happen to, you would notice that I've been gone for a minute, and that's been because I've been on vacation. I've actually been in Disney World. If you're curious what that looked like, here it is. But anyways, that's besides the point. The point is that on the way down to Disney World, I actually drove my car, which is the 2017 Focus ST3. And as I'm sure most of you know, if you have a Focus, the Focus ST3s have full leather Recaro seats, which a lot of people actually complain about, believe it or not. They say that they're uncomfortable, especially on a road trip, which I happen to have just done. In the course of this road trip that I just went on in my car, I drove 1,150 miles, which is about a little over 16 hours-ish. So I drove the car a long time, pretty much straight there. We only stopped twice. So I think I have a pretty good understanding of what it might feel like is in the car. And if you're thinking about getting the ST, I know that a lot of people have debated whether or not to get the ST3s or the ST2 specifically because of the Recaro seats. And so I'm going to give you my opinion on them. So let's go, let's do that. Alright guys, sorry, I had to come inside. I wanted to get out of the sun. But anyways, in my personal opinion, the Recaro seats were not actually that bad. I made it, I would say, about 3/4 of the way. We made it to, I think we were about 2 or 3 hours out of Disney World. So I had driven about 5 or 6 hours. Alright guys, so I need to tell you something. So you were just watching a completely different video than what you are watching right now. Still the same concept, I'm going to talk about the same thing. But the issue is, when I filmed the first video, I didn't realize that when I sat down in the garage, I actually sat down in front of a shop fan that I had in there. So you couldn't hear anything. I mean, here, this is what it sounded like. So yeah, I tried to see if I could salvage it, but I just couldn't. It just sounded like garbage and it bothered me. But anyways, so I went on this trip and I rode in these seats that I'm in now, the Recaro ST3 full leather seats. If you don't know, the ST2 seats have a partial leather seat in them. So they're like part cloth and then part leather at the same time, versus the ST3 seats that are full leather and heated. And I'm not sure if the ST2 seats have a lumbar support or not, but I do know that the ST3 seats do. I'm on a terrible road and the camera is probably shaking like mad. We went on this full round trip, probably 16-hour road trip, and honestly it was not that bad. Like, you would be surprised. People complain all the time about these Recaro seats and that they're uncomfortable on road trips. I know so many people who bought an ST1 strictly because they did not want these seats, because they were afraid they travel a lot or something like that. And I'll tell you right now, it's not that bad. I drove about 6 hours before I even started to get slightly uncomfortable, and when I did that, all I did was mess with the lumbar. And then when I messed with the lumbar support, I didn't have any other issues. It was perfectly fine. I raised the seat up a little bit, leaned it back, adjusted the lumbar support so that it was a little bit firmer, and after that I didn't have another issue the rest of the way down there. Like, none at all. I understand that the pre-facelift, the 13 and the 14 Focus, do not have lumbar support in their Recaros. So I could understand if you have a 13 or a 14 that you may have a little bit of an issue with it. But as far as anybody who's got a 15 plus, you have lumbar support, you should be fine. It's not that big of an issue. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, you're a stick, you don't know for bigger people. I know plenty of bigger guys, and I'm talking like 250 plus, that have ST3s and do not have a single complaint out of them. So you cannot use that as an excuse. I'm calling you out, all you guys that say that. You cannot use that as an excuse. I will say, I do understand if you just don't like them. Some people don't like tighter seats, that's fine. Like, I understand that. And some people just don't think they're comfortable. That's all in your personal preference. But if you think just because that you're that you weigh a little more, that you don't fit in the seats. That is not the truth. They would have not designed this car if they knew that a 250-pound person could not sit in the seats. As far as all around, as far as all the issues go and all the things people say about them being uncomfortable, for me they're not. For you they might be, but for the most part I didn't have any issues going on a long trip. If you want an ST3, get an ST3. If you decide that you don't like the seats, I know 95% of people who have an ST1 would be gladly to trade. Bottom line is that I feel like the seats are perfect. I love the top bolsters, I love the bottom bolsters, I love how it fits me. Once again, it took 6 hours for me to even get a slightly bit uncomfortable. And it wasn't even like, oh man, I can't stand this. It was just like, huh, that feels kind of weird. And then I adjusted the lumbar support just a little bit, and it was like, I never had an issue in the first place. The only people that should have any complaints riding in this car on a road trip are the people who have a 13 or a 14 that do not have lumbar support. And I'm not sure if the ST2 seats have lumbar support or not. And if the ST2 seats do not have lumbar support, then I can understand that. But if you have an ST3, you can adjust your lumbar support and you will be okay. I do not see that as being a deal breaker for this car. Especially considering the fact that a ton of people would love to trade ST1 seats for the ST3 Recaros. So I guess now I'll let Past Hunter take over the video and end it. I'm going to end it there. I just kind of wanted to give my opinion on that and throw that out there in case anybody was curious or anybody wanted to know or see a video on it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up down below. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let me know that you're watching. I love to see when people comment, or people who have good things to say, or people who have opinions of the things I'm talking about. Like, there was a lot of people that commented on my 2018 MK4 Focus video where I talked a little bit about that, and we actually had some pretty good talks about the car in the comments, or some people messaged me, and that was great to have, and I really enjoyed that. So if you want to do that, or send me a message or comment down below, I'd love to talk with you. But also, if it's your first time stopping by and you enjoyed this video, go check out a couple of other videos. I have a few others. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more. I've got tons of videos planned that'll be coming up here pretty soon. I've got a video I'm planning to do actually this upcoming week. I'm doing a lot of maintenance work to the Miata. So if you want to see that, follow along, and I'll have that video out hopefully the end of this week or next week, depending on how work goes. Other than that, keep your head up, have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.